Hey everyone, my name is Joel and welcome to my channel. This is going to be my first video and I just want to give you sort of a quick look at what this channel is going to be all about and kind of dive right into what my January looks like and what my Bible reading is going to look like. It's a bit of an interesting Bible reading plan for the month of January, and I think that's a great way to kick off the channel and to kick off a few videos letting you know what it's like to try and read the Bible in a month. So it's officially January 1st, 2025, and I'm looking for something new, looking to build something new in my life, and I think this is it. 2024 was a bit of a wild year for me. I'm a father with 4 kids, and at the end of 2024, I quit my job, moved across the country, starting fresh, and I'm not quite sure what to do. So I'm starting this. On this channel, we're going to be talking a lot about faith, family, how to be a parent, how to be a dad, and hold those things close to you while trying to pass them on to your kids and lead your family well. So welcome and join me. As I said, at the end it's the start of 2025, and at the end of 2024, my whole life seemed to blow up quite a bit. Ended up having to resign from my job because I wasn't good at some pretty key parts of it, it turns out. With the job loss, we reevaluated where we were living and decided it was a good time to move across the country and sort of become homeless. As you could tell, the family was sort of fly by the seat of our pants quite a bit. And I'm looking forward to building something, to sort of conquering a new path and forging a new way forward for the family. And I think this YouTube channel is going to be part of it. So welcome. 2025 going to mark 13 years of marriage for us, and we've tried a lot of different things, and some of them have worked, and honestly, most things professionally have not worked for one reason or another. And there's sort of a thought in my mind where if you don't fit anywhere, will you fit in anywhere? Or if nothing works, will anything work? And enter into a new season for our family. It's time to try new things. So this is one of the new things, and just invite you guys into the journey. That's what we're trying to do. As I look to sort of rebuild my spiritual, physical, and financial life and family life, you're welcome to watch and sort of take it in from my perspective. Although there's lots of good in lots of different areas, it's been hard to find the right fit. And I think in this, I might find the right fit, I might not. But I'm looking forward to just opening up my life. I've been really pretty guarded. I think most good Canadian men are really guarded with what's happening in their lives and what their struggles and feelings and failures are. And not to get too lovey-dovey, but I think I need to bring some transparency to what it's like to be me, and maybe in that you'll find what it's like to really be you. And I think as I journey to become more transparent and bring that authenticity to this, I hope to grow quite a bit. And I'm entering a stage of rebuilding after failure. That's usually what happens. Entering a stage of rebuilding, and why not open up that journey to other people? So I'm not quite where I want to be financially, career-wise, physically, and I don't quite know what the end of this journey is going to look like, but this is a good place to start. And I see the stereotypical side of it of January 1st, try new things, but what better time than now? So for the month of January, I like to do this Bible reading plan called The Shred. I know about it from a guy named Nathan Finocchio. I hope I say that right. And basically, it is trying to read the Bible in a whole month. Shred, like weightlifting terms. I don't do a lot of that yet, but it's sort of to get shredded and really work out those muscles of Bible reading. And so you end up, for me, it takes about 2 hours a day, but you end up reading the whole Bible in 30 days. And so today's the first day of January. I always like to do it at the beginning of the year, or I've done it once, but I'm trying it again a second time. And so far, day one, success. But yeah, I like to start my year off doing this. It gives sort of a whole picture of the Bible. You have to read fast. You can't really read very deeply. You're not walking away with any I don't know. I don't expect anybody to walk away with huge life-changing moments from reading their Bible this quickly, but it does provide a really cool perspective that as Christians we don't often get, of being able to link up Genesis all the way through to Revelation because it's in your head. Normally by the time you start in Genesis and then you get to Revelation, a whole year has passed, where here it's going to be 30 days. And so you get to see themes in the Bible that you don't often get to experience if you get the chance to read your Bible often. So yeah, today is Genesis 1 through to chapter 42, so almost the entire book of Genesis. And I just want to share some of my thoughts. It's cool. It's cool to be able to do this. I mean, I'm unemployed right now, so I do have a lot of extra time. But to be able just to sit down, for me, I think like all of us, we struggle with a little bit of focus issues. So I actually put it in my earbuds on the Bible app, and I listen at 2x speed as I read the physical copy at the same time. And it sort of helps if my mind tends to wander, there's something audibly happening to keep me on track. And it's a interesting experience. I wouldn't recommend this for every day of your Christian life or if you're just trying to figure out who God is. But if you're looking at maybe growing up in your faith a little bit, this is a really great challenge. So today, reading in the first 42 chapters of Genesis in one day. I think the funniest thing I read was Uz and Buzz were brothers, and I always, sometimes you get lost in the names of the Bible, but that's the first time I noticed that, and it's kind of hilarious. Uz and Buzz just walking around, in caves or whatever. The other thing that was so interesting to me was Jacob and Esau. Esau and Jacob's mother, she tried to actually get Jacob to replace Esau in the family line, and she succeeded. But there was one thing where it said the mother, she didn't like the women that Esau had married because they were foreigners or whatever. Just a little bit of racism in there. They were foreigners, and so what Esau ended up doing for his third wife, he went to go marry somebody who was like a distant relative. And it just it stuck out to me as someone who's a lifelong people pleaser. It stuck out to me as a really people pleasery thing to do, where you already have two wives, you're not really where you want to be in your life, but you hear your mother mention offhand that, oh yeah, Esau's wives, they caused me a lot of trouble because they're such and such nationality. And so Esau, what he does, okay, well, I'll go get myself another wife just to please my mom. I thought that was kind of strange, and it sort of didn't really, there's not a lot of narrative meat on the bone there, but it sort of struck me as it's such a weird part of the story that I don't know why it was included, but it kind of speaks to the authenticity of the Bible a little bit, that it's just these are just stories passed down, and this is the word of God passed down, and sometimes things don't really seem to fit, but I could see myself as Esau a little bit, where it's you screwed up your birthright thing, then you screw up, or someone sort of takes advantage of you on the blessing thing, and then you make your life more complicated just to make your parent happy. Dude, just stop overworking for a minute, The other thing that stood out to me today was Abram and Sarah did this twice, and then Isaac and Rebecca did it again, where they had to move around a lot in those days, and so every time they would go into a new place with a lot of people that Abraham didn't know, he would tell Sarah to say that her and Abraham were brother and sister instead of husband and wife, so that no one would kill Abraham. And it was the first time it happened, it's okay, it's kind of a weird logic, but whatever. And it didn't work the first time. And then they did it the second time, and it didn't work the second time. And then Isaac, when he's walking around with his wife, he goes and does it, as it doesn't work a third time. And it's sort of, when you get to read a lot of chapters at once, you get to sort of see even generational things happen over and over again. And yeah, so those are a few of the things that stuck out to me today. And tomorrow I end up sort of in the middle of Exodus, I think. I don't know if you can see this. Nope, not at all. But yeah. Oh, yeah, there we go. Genesis 1 to 42 today, Genesis 43 to Exodus 29 tomorrow. Yeah, it's kind of a crazy thing to do, but I got time right now. It's a good opportunity. So, anyway, if ever you feel like just reading a whole bunch of the Bible at once, I do think it's really helpful and I do think it's really great. But you do have to sort of understand what you're getting into. Yeah, so feel free to journey along with me as I try to get through the entire Bible in January. Couple of things coming up this month is we're going to finish our move. So Lana and I are flying back to Manitoba just to meet the moving truck and stuff. And yeah, this is going to be a bit of a journey with me as I look to rebuild my life. Not restarting necessarily and not wasting the last few years of trying to do Christian ministry work and all those things. It's an interesting time, and I wanted to share that. What I really want to focus on here is just telling the story of my life, and hopefully in that you can see maybe a bit of yourself, and you can see or start to see God working in your own life. And yeah, if you do have questions or comments, please put them below. If you do have a lot of criticism, maybe you can email me. But, I'll respond to just about anything in the comment section. I'm not entirely sure where this is going, but I really want to, I want to share my life and really our life as a family. So thanks for following. Welcome.